Hey folks, Kusanthi here, Director of the St. Iakovos Retreat Center, and today I'm here with Arun. And so what we're going to do for this week's episode of the Go SIRC Barnyard series is learn a little bit more about this guy and what he does to keep this place the home that you get to come back to. So Arun is our events coordinator, and he's been a member of our family since 2017. And what that means is it's his job to make sure that if you want to come here, he coordinates to make sure that anything you could possibly need is taken care of. Whether it's sleeping spaces, food, activities, whatever you could possibly need, he's going to work with you to figure out how to do it here so that you can have the best experience possible. So let's take this minute today to get to learn a little bit more about Arun. Okay, so Arun, you joined our family in 2017, but was that your first experience of the St. Iakovos Retreat Center?
No, it wasn't. I've been a part of the FANARI summer camp program for well over 10 years now, and that's how I was exposed to this facility a few years ago when Deacon Chris told me about this place. He told me to come become part of the staff again, and that's how I came here. And yeah, and then my church, as well as some of the organizations within my parish and some of the other organizations, have done retreats here, so I've been here for that.
Okay. So you originally were exposed to it through different ministries and programs that utilize the retreat center, FANARI being a big one because you've been a part of the FANARI program for a long time, well before it was even here. And then later the opportunity came up for you to join the retreat center family and become a full-time staff member. So what made you want to make that leap from just spending a weekend or a few weeks here in the summer to all of a sudden working full-time and having this be a much bigger part of your life?
Well, I have a background in ministry and also curriculum planning, so I've done planning for curriculums and different programs, summer conferences, things like that. So when the opportunity came up at the retreat center for this position, I just applied and I thought it would be a good fit for me and the experiences that I bring.
Oh, okay. So what's your favorite thing about working here at the retreat center?
My favorite thing is probably FANARI camp itself. It's nice to have a home for the camp itself, as well as the fact that you're able to come and work at this location, because I used to have a corporate type job in Northbrook a while back, and it was just very fast-paced and hectic. And here it can be fast-paced and hectic, but it's a nice location where you come. It's very calming. It's very, you're around nature, so it's very therapeutic in a sense. And also my coworkers.
Out of all the buildings on site, right, we own 137 acres of property. We have a lot of different types of buildings that offer different type of lodging accommodations, and a lot of really cool spots that you can visit and have awesome experiences. But out of everything this place offers, what's your favorite place to go?
That's a good question. How about if I just show you?
We're going on a trip.
Let's go. Welcome to the chapel. This is the St. Iakovos Retreat Center Chapel. This is actually my favorite place on the whole property. This is one of the first places that I actually entered when I first came to the retreat center, and I absolutely fell in love with the place as soon as I walked into the door. It's a very small, intimate space, but at the same time it's very meaningful, it's beautiful, it's very quiet. It's a nice place for you to just come and just spend a few moments in silence during the course of the day or throughout the work week, or especially during the feastal periods. And I also think that even if you don't want to just come and pray, you can just spend some time in silence here, and I think it's very meaningful. I love coming here at random times and just spending a few minutes in here, just in complete silence. So I think it's absolutely fantastic. So I highly encourage you next time you guys are here to come check out the chapel.
Well, thank you, Arun, for sharing your favorite place here at the retreat center. And I agree, the chapel is quite beautiful. No matter whether you're by yourself or you're with other people worshiping, it's by far the best space we have to offer.
It's a very unique place.
Okay, so getting back to our interview. What is your favorite animal that we have?
That's
a very tough question, but I would say my favorite animals are Jem and Scout the goats, and Danny the horse comes in at a very, very quick second.
Very quick second. Yeah, the goats are great, especially Jem, because he's such a love bug where he doesn't quite know how big he is right now, and sometimes it can hurt a little, but he's just so fun because he'll follow you around and kind of do whatever.
Yeah, they're like dogs, but not being dogs.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so what's one thing not work related that people would find interesting to learn about you?
Ooh, outside of the St. Iakovos Retreat Center, I also coach volleyball, and I've been coaching volleyball for over 10 years. I've coached here. I've also coached overseas in India, and I've had players that I've coached go on to play in college as well as different national platforms as well. And currently I coach boys and girls volleyball at a local club.
Oh, wow. Have some of your players received educational scholarships?
Yeah, some of the players I have coached in the past have received scholarships for volleyball in college, yeah.
So when you're at work here, you help guide people in their spiritual life, and then you leave and you help guide young youth in their personal life.
I do, and I think it's it's very rewarding because experiences from work I have took to the gym, and it has helped out some of the kids, and experiences from the gym are brought into work, and that's helped out in ministry as well.
Cool. So you alluded to it. You're not Greek. You are in fact Indian, and so as a result, you're not a part of the Greek Orthodox community specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You are a member of the Indian Orthodox community. So tell me a little bit about how the Greek Orthodox community has impacted you,
Mm-hmm.
and then also some of the work that you do within the Indian Orthodox community.
Sure. The Greek Orthodox community has impacted me tremendously in my life. Again, it all started with my association with FANARI a long time ago. I've met some of my closest friends from within the Greek Orthodox community. Metropolitan Iakovos was a very deep, impactful figure in my life for a period of time. So it definitely has molded me as a person. And within the Indian Orthodox community, I am a ordained subdeacon. I was ordained a few years ago. I do have a theological education from India, and what I used to do was I used to travel across the country, speaking in programs, retreats, and things like that, leading youth groups. I haven't been doing it as much as I used to. I would like to think of myself as a consulting deacon now, so when people need my help with something specific, they will call me and I will reach out to them either going there or through the internet.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're the events coordinator for the St. Iakovos Retreat Center.
Mm-hmm.
You coach boys and girls volleyball
Mm-hmm.
in your spare time, where some of your players receive educational scholarships and go on to nationals. And then thirdly, you're a consulting deacon within the Indian Orthodox Church.
That is correct.
So you're quite lazy. That's
Yes,
what
very,
you're saying.
very lazy.
Very lazy. Okay, yeah. So, Arun, you joined our family in 2017. Actually, I think May 15th, 2017, just coming up in a few weeks here. Was it May 15th or May 1st?
I think it was May 3rd, to be honest with you.
May
Yeah,
3rd.
the actual date, yeah.
Okay, so May 3rd, 2017, you joined our family here at the St. Iakovos Retreat Center, which means that this year, coming up in a couple weeks, you will be celebrating your 3rd anniversary with us. Your 3rd circumversary, actually, technically. So I looked up what an appropriate gift is on your 3rd anniversary to give someone, and I learned that it's leather. So I called our neighbor who has the cattle farm and asked to see if I could get a cow. He said that you can't have same-day cow service. Go figure.
Fair enough.
So, in honor of your 3rd circumversary, what I have to give you here is this very nice hide, which typically covers the large ceremonial drum, which you find in the log lodge. So, think of this, or look at this and think of us. Thank you very much for your service and everything that you do here at the St. Iakovos Retreat Center.
Thank you.
Lastly, I guess, just since you have a few moments here with a captive audience, what's one thing about yourself that you would like to share with everybody?
Something that's interesting. I was actually born and raised on a small farm in India, very rural India, South India to be exact. I migrated here in 1994, And when I came here, I had just finished my 4th and 5th grade back in India, so I was familiar with English because I went to a private school that we had to practice English all the time. But when I came here, I watched about 3 months worth of TV, and that's how I learned the North American English accent. So when I tell people that I was not born or raised here, and they tell me, well, that's fantastic, you don't have an accent, I tell them it's because I watch TV.
So what you're saying is, watch a lot of TV and you'll learn how to be a good American?
Yeah, if you want a North American accent, for sure.
Cool. It's that time. Let's hear from some of our staff as well as some of our friends what their favorite thing about working with Arun is.
Hi everyone, Maria PENTARIS, Assistant Director of FANARI Camp, and I'm so honored to talk about why I love working with Arun. Arun, you and I have been friends for a really long time. You're a thoughtful, caring, kind, and hardworking individual, and all of those qualities translate into the amazing job that you do at the St. Iakovos Retreat Center. You make every group that comes through those front gates feel so welcome. And I know that people think that when they come to the retreat center that they are coming home. And I know a lot of that has to do with you and how welcome you make everyone feel. It's such an honor for me to work with you, and I hope we continue to work together for years to come. Love you.
So what I like best about working with Arun is he's genuine and kind. He asks regularly how I'm doing, how my family's doing. He truly cares about each and every one of us that work here at the retreat center. He's also always willing to help out when he can. Whenever I need a second set of hands, can't find a set, he's usually there to give me a hand if he's not elbow deep in office work.
I just wanted to thank you for all of the amazing things you do to help the retreat center run. As someone who's been there with Goya groups and also, of course, with FANARI Camp and a lot of other groups, I just really appreciate everything you've done to keep the place running smoothly. Programs like retreats and summer camp literally would not be possible without you. I think you are probably one of the top 3 people that I have woken up in the middle of the night the most number of times in my life to fix something or help me clean something up or just deal with some issue. And I know that even when I wake you up at 3 in the morning to go help me with something, you're always there to help and always want to put the kids first. So just appreciate everything you do for the kids and for the people of the retreat center. And can't wait to see you again soon when I'm up there with the next group.
Hello everyone! So Arun and I have been working together for 3 years, and fun fact, Arun and I actually started on the same exact day. So we have the same work anniversary, which is coming up on 3. And what I've learned and loved most about working with Arun is that he's super dependable and he's super reliable, whether it's work related or just as a friend, he's always there for you. But specifically, he can always answer my technical questions. So he's like my personal IT guy. Laptop, printers, whatever it is, he has a background in that, so that's what he's good for. Give him a call and he'll help you.
Hey, Retreat Center family. Father KOSMAS here again. Still working on my house, as you can see. But I wanted to take a second to say how awesome it is to work with Arun. Arun is one of the most selfless people. He's always thinking of other people. One small way you always notice during FANARI camp is anytime Arun is on his way to camp, he will ask everybody he can think of what their Starbucks order is. And it might seem funny and small, but it's a big deal. It makes everyone have a little bit of an easier time during camp, especially when they're getting really tired. And that's just one small way. Arun always is taking care of those around him. He's a super caring person, and he's super selfless all the time. And so it's a joy for us to work with him at FANARI. And in general. So cheers to Arun.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed getting to know Arun a little bit better today and learning not only what he does to serve the St. Iakovos Retreat Center, but also the community at large, as well as our fellow Orthodox brothers and sisters. So Arun, thank you very much for everything that you do in all aspects of your life. Make sure you tune in on Friday for our next Fun Friday video. It's going to be coming out. It's going to have a good experience for you from the St. Iakovos Retreat Center, as well as catch our news blast, which is going to come out tomorrow. There's another fun activity in there for you to do, so I hope you enjoy doing that. As always, you and your family are in our thoughts and prayers. Please keep the Retreat Center and its staff in your thoughts and prayers. Additionally, if you're able to, consider supporting us financially. As of right now, we're unable to host retreats and events like some of the great ones that Arun mentioned. And so any support that you give will go directly towards maintaining the facilities through the staff. Well, friends, that's it from us today. But Arun, why don't you close us out?
Sure, guys. Stay safe, which means staying 6 feet apart. Stay healthy, and don't forget to pray. And most importantly, stay home. God bless.